Hello and welcome back to Season 2 of the Fresh Finds Podcast, the show about discovering new music with good people. I'm Ryan, and joining me this episode are Steve and TJ from the Nashville power punk band Ghost Town Remedy. How we doing, guys?
Hey.
Hi there.
We're doing great.
Still waking up a little bit, but
good to
doing
hear.
good.
We have coffee.
I got my coffee, which is
Same.
in a green mug, so in front of the green screen probably looks a little weird, but
Cheers.
that's fine.
Cheers. Coffee break brought to you by Folgers.
The best part of waking up. So you guys, I guess you've been on the show a couple of times, but if you guys want to introduce yourselves again for anybody who has come to the show since the last time you were on.
Cool. Yeah, I'm TJ. I play guitar and sing in Ghost Town Remedy.
And I'm Steve, and I play drums and also sing in GTR. And we do the bulk of everything. Honestly, TJ does more of the work than I do, but
We both do the songwriting. So there's that.
And you guys actually just dropped a comp album from your label Never Nude Records, and also have a new EP coming out for the band as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and what the process has been like, and kind of where you got the ideas for all of it?
Yeah, so around last year, we started like working on these kind of wintry themed songs, and they just didn't, I guess, fit as, I mean...
yeah, it's one of those things like...
It felt like a separate thing from
Yeah.
our next album that we're working on.
I had a handful of songs that I was working on that all kind of were written in the winter, and they all just seemed like the same kind of like lamenting the holiday season kind of vibes. And so we were like, well, we can kind of just put all these together, and we did like half of it last year, doing the rest of it this year.
It was supposed to come out last year. We just didn't finish it in time. That's the real thing.
Inside
That was
scoop.
what we talked about the last time
Yeah.
you guys were on.
Yeah. And we
So-
were like, it doesn't make sense to release all these holiday songs in February. We might as well wait till next December.
double
Yeah, exactly. So it's finally
Get
done.
really ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's finally done.
So then we were like, well, we should put a cover on here too, since we're going to be taking our time with it, which we talked to our friends in the band, The Dreaded Laramie, to help us out with that. And then we were like, well, if we're already doing this, we may as well do another compilation of holiday covers, and started that process.
It just started snowballing into more and more. So this EP somehow turned into an EP and an
Snowballing.
album
Yeah,
and a
literally.
collaboration.
And we asked 50 bands or something to be on it.
There were 25 bands confirmed, and then it just slowly started dropping down to like 13.
Which is fine. Which is cool.
Which I figured would happen because people's schedules get busy and stuff, and everyone signs up in the beginning and they're like, I want to be on this, I want to be on this. And
Everybody's always got the best of intentions.
Exactly.
But, life is a thing. So
I knew if I reached out to like 30 bands, I would probably get 10 that actually did it.
It worked out.
So it worked out great.
yeah.
And we're really happy with how it turned out. All the songs are great. Everyone that participated was really great and really on it. So that helped a
Yeah.
lot.
And everyone really did a good job of like making the covers unique and making it like their sound, which that's like the main thing I'm looking out of for like a cover album.
Oh, for sure. I feel like the best covers are ones that bring something new to the table. And especially with Christmas songs, there's so many versions.
Right.
That if you really want to stand out, you have to put your own stamp on it.
For sure. So after this is all out, I never want to do another Christmas song.
Ever.
ever.
Heard enough.
No. But the general plan is like, we're going to like really focus on another album, and maybe probably more like singles and stuff
Yeah.
that will eventually be an
Adapt.
album. But
Adapt to the current landscape of the very fun music industry.
Yeah, I've talked about that with a lot of bands recently, the move to releasing more and more singles, and kind of just releasing a lot more singles and then kind of just releasing it as an album after they're all already out, more or less.
Exactly.
Because it just plays better with the internet and people's short attention spans and the algorithm.
Yeah.
All hail.
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, that's where everything's heading now. So, I mean, it's cool. I personally, I like having more recent updates from bands that I like, but I do really like the experience of a full album, just top to bottom. So we're hoping to have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I definitely really enjoy sitting down and just having an album play through, and you kind of get to know the track list, and like even the songs that don't necessarily like jump out at you at first, upon further listens through the entire thing, they can sometimes become your favorites on the album.
That almost always happens for me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what you're saying with not ever wanting to hear and work on another Christmas song again is that even though it's called Volume 1, there may never be a Volume 2.
Yeah.
We don't know.
There's going to be a bunch of volume ones.
Yeah, every single compilation album that we do is labeled Volume 1 to leave it ambiguous.
Just in case.
Just in case you ever want to
Yep.
revisit the idea.
Right, which I think maybe every 5 years we'll probably come back and like I think there will be a Cheese Pizza number 2 because that one was a lot of fun.
It's like the first annual. It's like, well,
Right.
it hasn't been annual yet, so I don't know about all that.
Exactly. I've really been like pulling my hairs out, like trying to license all the songs because it's been a nightmare this time around. With the 13 covers. One of the songs was from the Conan O'Brien show, and it was like impossible to find a license for
Oh boy.
because it's like not a real song. It's
Yeah,
just
it
like
wasn't,
on TV,
wasn't recorded
like on
for
YouTube.
it. It's an almost sketch.
So
Yeah, I was gonna say I would imagine that a lot of the older Christmas songs fall under like public domain at this point. But
some
I
of them.
guess I have no idea.
no,
Depends.
actually, all of the ones on this were still under copyright. You have to
Really?
go really far back. You
We
have to,
didn't dig deep enough.
it's 75 years after the death of the writer.
75?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
Damn.
I thought it was less than that for some reason.
No, so like you have to go back to songs that were written like in the early 1900s to be public domain.
Well, and even then, if they lived well into,
Right? Yeah.
then you've got to wait even longer.
So if it's from the
I could definitely
1800s.
see that being just a nightmare.
Yeah, that's why. So, for not to get too far into this, but Dad Hats did a version of Frosty the Snowman, and the back half of that transitions into Auld Lang Syne. Auld Lang Syne is in the public domain, so I only got a license for Frosty the Snowman, so I only had to license half of their song.
They're
Okay.
the only
So-
ones that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Auld Lang Syne is just like forever old.
Yeah, exactly. I want to say like somewhere in the 1800s.
That would make sense to me. Yeah. Is there anything else that you guys want to say about this these new projects before we move on to the meat of the show here?
I mean, I guess we'll just shout out the date. I mean, it's called Terminally Chill. It's a 5-track EP. It's coming out December 2nd, which might already be out by the time this
Right.
podcast is out.
By the time this is out, it should be out, but just to cover our ass.
yeah. So it comes out December 2nd, and we're doing a release show for it on December 9th in Nashville at the East Room, if you live in Nashville.
Check it out, assuming that you see this before then.
Exactly. If not, figure out how to time travel and come to the show.
Podcast timelines are hard.
Yeah.
So let's get into the meat of this here.
Yeah.
I will give the first song, and then we'll go around, and you guys collaboratively will have the final song here. So the first song that I actually found it on the same playlist as the playlist that I found you guys on originally, which is the Sad Jams playlist. Shout out to them.
Nice.
And when I heard this song, I immediately knew that I had to share it with you guys because it's like the exact same like vibe that we've done in like previous episodes and all been like super stoked on.
Sweet.
So
Sweet.
this band or artist, I guess, is called Absinthe Father. So this is Ender by Absinthe Father.